I call Adrian Rurafi.
Tēnā koe te ore, o tērā tēnā tātou katoa. Mr Chair, I get really worried when I hear the Minister talking about the house prices in Kawerau, even at $53,000, and seasonal workers. I get worried because since when can a seasonal worker go to Kawerau and earn enough money to get a deposit on a house even at $53,000? It doesn't happen. There's a reason why the $53,000 is because no one's buying. That's the reason why. And that's an example of the arrogance, because I'm hearing in my mind, let them eat cake. That's what I heard when the Minister said that. Let them eat cake. Because that's like giving something, saying that you can attain something that's really unattainable. And so it is rather annoying that that kind of arrogance is blatantly displayed in this House. I'll give you another example. Last year in June, we were told that the Māori Housing Fund, announced by the government, would be given to Te Pou Matakana. That it would be given to them because they were working at the grassroots, that they are the kind of organisation that can deliver on the government's housing policy. So why is it that in December of last year, after the election, after the Māori Party and the government went to the electorate and told them that this is how we're going to that the government is going to deliver its Māori housing policy to Māori. And yet in December last year, it all changes. Why? What happened? What happened in December? Well, I'll tell you what happened. All of those statements around Māori housing were made by the Honourable, now Dame Tariana Turia. And in December, and if you don't believe me, go and read her statements to the whole world in December last year. She was annoyed with her own party. She told that they had got it wrong. I'm standing up here to say that this is an example of how the government can change its policy, say one thing in June of last year, and then in December of last year completely change it. Why is that? Why? Well, I think, number one, you no longer have a minister such as Minister Turia fighting for that policy. But I can tell you also that policy, to me, it's in danger of not being delivered. How many houses have actually been built since then? What's happened since June of last year to now around Māori housing? What's changed? To me, what I can see, nothing has changed. I look forward to seeing some changes. We need changes. We're talking about the most vulnerable whānau in our community. And to be standing here saying, well, you could get a job in Kawerau and that might solve your housing problem, well, sorry, but you've lost your way. The government has lost its way. Not only the government has lost its way, but its support parties have lost their way as well. And last year at the general election, I think the Māori electorate saw that the Māori Party had lost its way. And that's why Tai Tokero, Tamaki Makaurau, Hauraki Waikato, Te Tai Hauuru, Ikaro Rāwhiti and Te Tai Tunga got it right. Waiariki sort of got it right in a way too, because if you have a look at the numbers that were voted against the incumbent, you'll see that they understood that as well. And I stand here before you in this House. We need, in 2017, a new government. We need a Minister of Housing that we would have under Phil Twyford. I think that's really important. I want to talk also about this artificial target with regard to housing and all the other policy areas. If you look up in the dictionary, I'll tell you what synonyms for artificial is. manufactured, fabricated, insincere, false, exaggerated and overdone. And that's the government.
I call